As far as Swat is concerned, Swat had been one of the most peaceful areas in the province of Khyber Pakhtunkhwa. Swat's status in Pakistan as a state had been status of an independent state well before independence of India and Pakistan. It was recognized and established as a state by the British Indian government in year 1926. Though the struggle for Swat, it started somewhere back in 1872. But the British Indian government accepted it and recognized it, registered it as a state in year 1926. There had been two ruling families here. Initially, these were Akhwands, those who would come up from, we can call them religious cleric, and later the rulers were from the Yusufzai tribe, the main leading tribe, the Pakhtun leading tribe in Swat. Out of them, the leadership was elected or selected, and that leadership would be known as Waliyan-e-Swat. Even still, their office, their presence is there in a symbolic form. The state Swat continued to function as a state even after creation of Pakistan. From 1947 till 1969. Once this country was, once I say the country means Pakistan, was being run on one unit system. Means we had an East Pakistan and then we had a West Pakistan. So Swat had been an independent state, semi-autonomous state in West Pakistan till 1969. In 1969, our independent state system, or that one unit system, was abolished. And once that one unit system was abolished, all independent states, including Swat, were merged into Pakistan, into one of the provinces of Pakistan. Now, well before independence, 1947, Swat had a limited territory. But after the independence, there were certain other areas like Dir, like like Chitral, and many other surroundings of Chitral. They all were, and Kohistan, they all were included in the state of Swat. So the state Swat actually did prosper as a state after creation of, after independence, or after creation of a distribution of India into two countries. As far as lives of the people here were concerned, it remained a challenge for the rulers of Swat back in 1926 as well. But they established a wonderful model. Then this entire area was a tribal area. They established a model of de-weaponization of Swat, and that was, they focused on two main things, for which people of the present day Swat even have a nostalgia. One was an excellent education system, and second was an established judicial system. Both these systems they had been delivering. As far as education was concerned, this is how they demilitarized that Swat, that which was tribal back in 1926, coming down to 1947. They offered the parents to send their children to the schools. The more number of schools going to the people would fetch more benefit for the society in terms of economics. One children going to school would be provided free rations for the whole family. Means the more children going to the school would bring more prosperity to the family. Second, education was free of cost. There was free education. Third, every student would be afforded by the state according to the potential of that student. So a student who had the potential to join any professional university in Pakistan would be sought admission, state would seek admission for him in that particular institution, and his entire education would be funded by the state. If a student has the potential to be selected in any international school or university, the rulers of Swat or the state of Swat would afford all his economic expenses for his education or her education abroad. So this one component only, not only that demilitarized the entire Swat state, but it made this area as one of the softest areas of the province Khyber Pakhtunkhwa. Then it was Northwestern Frontier Province. The second was a judicial system. The residents of the state, all areas which would form part of the state, all residents were provided with an opportunity of free justice system according to their choice. It was based on 3 lines. If I need to settle my dispute through the existing, before partition it was Indian Constitution Act 1935, I would be provided with an opportunity to be dealt with that constitution. If there is another dispute between 2 individuals and they desire to be administered under Islamic Sharia laws, they would be provided with an opportunity at their doorstep that their cases be decided by the Islamic Sharia laws. And if there are disputes for which the appellants would like to settle that dispute through the jirga system, that is a traditional court system here, they were provided with an opportunity. So the justice was of the choice, provided at the doorstep, and third, free of cost. All types of cases, either criminal or the other types of cases, all types of cases would be decided in 90 days. Within 90 days, the justice would be provided to the people at their doorstep. Why have I explained it that much? Because this became nostalgia, which became rise of militancy here in Swat. There is no other area in Pakistan which would enjoy all this privilege. In 1969, once that one unit system was abolished and the state of Swat was merged into state of Pakistan, its semi-autonomous stature was abolished. Few of its areas, like Div, Malakand, they were included into Pata, provincially administered tribal areas. And few of the areas, few of the districts, like Buner, Swat itself, Shangla, they were included into, they were governed by the Constitution of Pakistan. The grievance was, which paved path for rise of militancy, was their nostalgia for an efficient judicial system. Once they were merged into state of Pakistan, they were brought under the Constitution of Pakistan and the same courts where justice was delayed. So this grievance or nostalgia they had into their minds. It led to rise of Maulana Sufi Muhammad in the shape of his non-violent movement, that was Tehreek Nafaz Shariat-e-Muhammadi, TNSM. And later, in the beginning of the 21st century, somewhere in 2002 and 3, that was conveniently converted by his son-in-law, Mullah Fazlullah, into a violent movement. In both these movements, the demand was enforcement of Sharia. And once they were brought onto the table for discussion, that enforcement of Sharia in fact proved to be their previous nostalgia for a justice system. So once the government of Pakistan was successful in establishing that successful system, most of their grievance was over. This was the entire history of Swat, how the people of the Swat have been living.